colleagues, and countrymen. Nigerians woke up to the rude realization that agents of the fading ruling party, the APC, in cahoots with their members in the National Assembly, had secretly inserted and passed as amendments obnoxious sections into the Companies and Allied Matters Act, KAMA, which has been hurriedly signed into law. This new law and how the mysterious sections which attack the very sacred foundations of God-given right to freedom of worship, association, and speech, alongside the right of believers to have their spiritual leaders and their doctrines sacredly pursued, is a shock to the opposition family. We agree that some religious bodies and their outfits might not have lived up to expectation, but that is not enough reason for the APC government to hide under a mysterious amendment to attempt to choose who owns and governs religious bodies, determine religions and doctrines for the people, take over the finances of religious bodies, disburse their funds as they do public funds that they have been stealing, dictate who gets what or not, including the outrageous plan by APC-led government to seize money contributed voluntarily by Christian and Muslim organizations and their members in pursuit of their spiritual beliefs, and disburse these holy funds to any organization without the consent of the owners of this fund. What a sacrilege. This law that allows government to hijack a Muslim or Christian religious body without express order of a court is nothing but an invitation to anarchy, religious war, religious division, and destruction of national cohesion, and threat to national unity and harmony, and can best be described as an evil law which must not be allowed to stand. Laws are for peace and good governance, and not to cause anarchy, violence, and dissolution. We must understand that the funds contributed by religious organizations and their members are private voluntary funds raised by religious organizations for their specific religious pursuit, and not a subvention from government, and cannot be hijacked by the government without an order of court, and cannot also be taken by government and dashed to any other organization without considering the interests of those religious groups that voluntarily raise these funds. We agree that there is need for regulation of activities of religious groups, but that can be done by enacting laws for religious self-regulating bodies, like the way lawyers under NBA, Nigerian Medical Association, financial professional bodies self-regulate, and not a direct takeover and subjugation of the Christian and Muslim bodies and their outfit under the control of a government and a political party member appointed a minister for trade. The new KAMA should have expressly exempted religious bodies and immune them from the control of a minister of trade and CAC, which can be easily influenced politically. This attempt to gag religious bodies, the last bridge that the fading APC government have been waiting to cross to fully turn Nigeria into a police state, has been on since APC came to power. They first mooted the controversial hate speech law. They also made the obnoxious Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation Code amendment to shut down the right of TV stations and radio stations to air people's view freely. Then they made the attempt to make the NGO regulation law, which would have seen religious bodies under the firm control of government, a move which was resisted, but now has resurfaced with KAMA Amendment Act completing the mission. The Nigerian Opposition Coalition, CUPP, disastrous of protecting the right of Nigerians to freely worship, have the religious leaders of their choice manage their religious funds in advancement of interests of their members and their faith, and committing to the need to avert a religious war, narrowing of the religious lines of suspicion, protecting the worship homes, getting the churches and mosques immune to further political control, intimidation, abuse, and hijack of their finances, have launched a public interest litigation by filing a powerful lawsuit in the name of the affiliate parties to the alliance, the Action People's Party, APP, on behalf of the opposition coalition, CUPP, to strike down, and I repeat, strike down those obnoxious, reprehensible, evil, dirty, shocking sections of CAMA, especially Section 839, Section 842, Section 843, Section 844, Section 850, which are a direct assault to the right of Nigerians to freely worship, have their spiritual leaders use their funds to advance their religious objective. In the suit, we ask the court to determine the following questions: whether by the combined effect of Section 1 and Section 6, as well as Section 38, 39, and 40 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, the provisions of Section 839 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act can constitutionally and validly operate to suspend or appoint interim managers or impose any other restriction upon, over, or in respect of incorporated trustees, assets, properties, and affairs of any association registered thereunder, especially the religious organization. Such rights having been granted under the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and whether having to the constitutional provision of Section 1 and Section 6, as well as Section 38, 39, and 40 of the Constitution, the Section 839 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act, inasmuch as it pertains to provide for the suspension of the trustees or appointment of interim managers of an association registered in portion of the constitutional right to freedom of thought, conscience, religion, expression, and a right to peaceful assembly under the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is not unconstitutional, unlawful, and inconsistent with the provisions of the Constitution. We also sought the following release from the court, which will put pay to the plot by agents of this failed APC government in attempting to destroy our religious institution and the faith of the Nigerian people in the God they serve. A declaration that Section 839 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act, inasmuch as it pertains to provide for suspension of trustees or appointment of interim managers of an association registered in portions of the constitutional right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion, and is not inconsistent with the provisions of the Constitution and therefore null and void in its entirety. A declaration that Section 842, 843, and 844 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act are unconstitutional and in clear violation of the provisions of the Constitution. We are saying it again. The APC must not be allowed to lay their hands on money belonging to religious bodies and other organizations of whichever faith. The APC government cannot be allowed to sack church or mosque members who they think are not supporting the party's agenda using reprehensible sections in the new CAMA legislation. Countrymen, soldiers of the Almighty, imagine the day a Corporate Affairs Commission Registrar General appointed by an APC government starts to sack leaders of church, leaders of mosques, and their affiliated organization. Imagine the day an APC government using the law starts to take over the finances your church and mosque members contributed and use it to take care of themselves, like NDDC funds, school feeding program, COVID-19 palliative fund, etc. Fellow countrymen, how can government appoint a non-member of a mosque or a church or any other Christian denomination or Muslim body to disburse the money you all contributed for God's work? Is such a party for the people or against them? Have you imagined what will happen to those registered Islamic and Christian bodies that pursue God's ideals and those that do not want to be used to play party politics? Their churches and mosques or organizations will be taken over by government and their finances seized. A registered Islamic or Christian religious body can have their money in the bank seized without order of the court and given to another registered organization to do as they wish, even when the money was not raised by the organization, which might even be from another Christian denomination or Muslim denomination. Oh God, this is anarchy. This is mockery and an attempt to destroy our faith. It must be stated that there is nothing in the law that stops a Christian from being appointed a trustee of an Islamic organization, nor a Muslim from being appointed as a trustee of a Christian organization. This is total anarchy. There is also nothing that stops a Shiite member from being appointed a trustee of a Sunni organization and vice versa, or a Pentecostal as a trustee of the Catholic Church, or an Anglican priest a trustee of that church. This is anarchy. Imagine the impending anarchy and act now. Imagine the impending anarchy, and that is why we must act now to avert it. What happens to the sanctity of the doctrines these various religious organizations profess? They will all be determined by government. APC, we beg you. APC government, we beg you again. Leave the religious institutions that have given our people hope in the face of hopelessness you have foisted on us. Fix the economy. APC government, fix the road. APC government, provide security for the people. APC government, stop the looting. Prosecute your fight against corruption, if any, but do not support any action that will further cause more religious disharmony and create anarchy. The CUPP will inform religious bodies, some of them here present, that with the move in court, we are hopeful the court will serve the religious institutions. And when the opposition coalition comes to power in 2023 election, we will make laws that will permanently repeal these obnoxious provisions to respect the sacred rights of our people to freely worship and administer their religious assets, while still upholding the principles of accountability and transparency which are part of our agenda when elected. A government that have not managed the resources under them, that have taken over assets with armed and dash it to their friends, wants to now become saints in managing religious bodies' finances. We must all come together to resist this move to destroy our religious institution and intimidate religious organizations. Let's stand up now before they start taking care of themselves first with religious funds like NDDC, and then start fainting like the great ponder when called to account.